Guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna another do. Let's try that again. We're gonna do another review. This time is Something is Killing the Children. I can remember ordering this, but somehow the local comic shop that I complained about last video sent me this. Yeah, from Boom Studios, by the way, and I read it and I give you my thoughts. It's made by James Tinian IV and Werder Deledera, something like that, and Miguel Muerto. I probably butchered all that names, well, like I always do. And the cover, yeah, cool. Chainsaw girl, looks badass, monster, blood, and also has a bayonet on it or something. And yeah, that's it. This cover feels, I don't know, silky smooth. It's not like the other comics that is really shiny and slippery, if you will. This is more matte, but it has a very nice feel to it. So I'm pleasantly surprised. So what is this all about? Well, it's about a couple of guys that are having some kind of a pajama party, and they're doing some kind of a, they're just having fun, and now they are doing truth or dare, something like that. And it's about this guy here, and this guy tells a story about that he is was sleeping, and then he was awake, and it was not a dream, and then he hears something on the field near a ravine, because he saw something, some creature with long fingers and sharp teeth. And of course, the other people, kids, don't believe him. They're just messing around, and it said, "Well, is it true you're lying?" They say. And said, "Don't you think there's anything spooky out there?" He says. "Well, not that kind of spooky." "Okay, then, Noah, truth or dare." Then, switching a little bit into the future, he's sitting there in the room, and I believe this is the police station, but I'm not entirely sure. So it seems that he experienced some trauma, and then basically he says, "I made up my story. The monster wasn't real. I don't understand." And he said, "What happened to the kids?" This guy says. He says, "I heard them screaming." So there is some shit going on here. And then I really dislike this. You know why? I've said it many times. This is a waste of pages. That doesn't add drama to me or something exciting. It's just, waste of money and waste of paper, in my opinion. Then we switch to the girl that is coming out of the woods. That's also here on the cover. And there is a cripple with no legs and one eye. And she's all bloody up. And it seems that these two know each other, and they said, "Is it over?" And she says, "Yeah, good." And then she gets a phone, and then somebody talks to her, right? And she said, "Hey, I need a shower. Let's go to your place. I'm stinking. I need to get a shower." And she said, "There are more of them, aren't they?" And she says, "Yes." Normally, you would read it like this, but now you're going to read it like here and here and here. So that was a little bit, me getting used to. I didn't dislike it, but it just took me a little bit out of the story, because I'm so used to, going from one page and then to another page, etc. So yeah, not a complaint, just an observation. What's next? So skipping a few. So there is a memorial outside the school, and then these couple of kids are yelling and screaming at them, and he said, well, this guy blames him. He thinks he's responsible for, that his friends or the other kids are dead. And it seems that this I'm not calling this a protagonist, but the one of the main characters here is gay, and that not sure why that is important, but they just throw it out there. And he said, I said, "I saw the way you look at them in the locker room, the way you all looked at us. You prefer to pee shove." And then this guy, his friend, intervenes, and said, but Robbie never did shit to you. He never called you a goddamn name. So he thinks that, he killed Robbie and all the other kids. And because there are some photos outside of the school and some flowers, some kind of a memorial, if you will. And then he snaps and he yells, and then he's at the principal's office. And then he needs to explain his actions to the principal, but then the principal says something that I think is really despicable. He says, you should have punched him. He says, okay. Not that I'm advocating violence, but God, if there ever was a kid I wanted to. I mean, what kind of a principal are you? He said, you're not advocating women, but you need to punch the white kid. That's okay, right? Only the white kid needs to be punched because they are fucking Nazis, Shh. That's basically what he's saying. Well, that's not what he's saying, but that's how social justice warriors interpret everything. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is a social justice warriors book. Absolutely not. But I don't know, maybe I'm just a little bit, poisoned by all what's going on in the comics industry, that I read everything that isn't probably there. But you know what? It's what it is. I'm just maybe sour. Maybe that's the word. And if I see something like this, I'm just always referring to social justice warriors. And maybe this is a social justice warriors book, but I don't think so. But I could be wrong. Let's move on. And so basically it's going to refer that there's a lot of kids missing, and then the police doesn't return his calls, and they think it's a rabbit beer. And he says basically they're all dead and nobody fucking cares. And he said, shit, I'm sorry. It's okay. I said, I'm a mess. They should fire me. Yes, they do. They should fire weak, incompetent man that has no place in certain positions, and that they're only there for their own personal gain and, spreading false narratives. Yes, you should be fired. But then this kid here says, I like you more than the old guy. He says, yeah, he never swore or cried in front of me. And it made me chuckle because, I don't know what's with weak men in comics is. Every man nowadays is weak, insecure, emotional. There's no testosterone in their bodies or spine, just soy, weak, crying the whole time. So then we switch to the girl. I don't know what her name is, but she looks at the board, and then the police says, one of them? Yeah, you could say that, and she walks away. And then, Jimmy, that's the name of the guy with the glasses, gets a call from his dad, and his dad says, hey, listen, kid, I'm coming a little bit later. I need to pick up some things, and then I can bring your sister to the field hockey. So if you go to the other side, inside the hotel room, and to double lock the door. I know, I love you, kid, he says. And I think that's nice. I think that's nice that for once a dad in a comic or a parent in a comic isn't being a total jerk towards his gay kid, saying that, well, he's gay, so he must be changed. No. This is a parent that, although shit is happening, and this guy here, Jimmy, has been on a lot of stress and has dealt with some trauma. He still loves him, but he has some trouble dealing with that too. I like that. That's nice. Then we have this girl standing next to him suddenly, and he said, you're James, right? Yeah. And then James says, are you going to hurt me? Why, James? Why is that your first reaction? Why can't you say, yeah, I'm James? And that's it. Why do you need to cower before a girl? Maybe James has been into a hard, upbringing, or maybe is just, that's who he is. Could be. I'm not judging. I mean, I know a lot of boys that and girls that has been traumatized through childhood, and they don't know how to deal with certain situations, or they are, people shy, if that's a word. Could be. I'm just filling in the blanks. I'm not entirely sure. But then, moving on, she said, hey, do you mind if I ask you some questions? He said, are you from the police? I said, do I look like I'm from the police? She says, no. And then she say, can you tell me what happened that night? And Jimmy says, well, I only hear something, but I didn't see something. And then she pauses a little bit and she said, hey, she's going to sit down, and she basically talks to him like a normal human being. And he said, hey, listen, if you going to talk to me, I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to believe no matter what you tell me, no matter how weird it is or how scary. And she says, okay, he says. And then we switch to what happened in that night. And this is what happens in the night. This is again, it's going from this to this. So normally I would show this or this and then move on to the next page. I can't. So basically his friends are, dead or die or getting chopped up, and Jimmy is he's scared to death. And he sees other friends. He sees, this looks great, by the way. It looks really, and he's falling into a puddle of blood. And then we see this, a monster ripping into shreds. The problem, there's a problem with this, for me anyway. The art is something that is, I haven't seen much in an American comic. Mostly this art is, well, not mostly, but European-like comic style. Certain art styles, but what European comics does is add more detail. This monster here lacks detail. I know it's dark, but where is his mouth? Where is his gums? I need more detail. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It looks cool. And then the girl says, thank you. And then she got a call, and from a mysterious call, and she says, I got it handled. And Jimmy says, you got it handled? What do you mean you got it handled? It seems, and then she says, I'm going to kill that monster. That's why I'm here for. And Jimmy looks at her in silence and says, can I come? Can I help? And that's basically the end of the first book. I'm not going to show you the ending, but that's basically what he's saying. We have some ads here, cool, of the creature. Okay, what I like, let's say there's not much that I dislike. I wish there was something more going on, but at the same time, this is a setup for part 2, of course. I like that although Jimmy, is the typical weak boy, and you don't have to always to be the hero or strong or etc. But I'm sick of, men or boys weak in comics. I just wanted to see something different there. But hey, that's not here nor there. What I like about Jimmy is that he, at the end, says, although it probably can cost us his life, he says, how can I help? I want to help. I want to help you kill the monster. Something like that. That's cool, but because now he shows balls. He's probably has a hard time being a gay kid, and now his friends are dead, and he's getting blamed for that. And there is some girl here tries to get rid of the monster, and he says, you know what? I'm gonna go with you, and I'm gonna help you kill this monster. That's cool, and I want to see where it's gonna go. I recommend this comic. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. Although, like I said, this is not a really strong comic, but it's a nice one to set up the story for the next one. It intrigues me. I want to know who she is. Is she working for, I don't know, some kind of a monster killing company? I don't know. But I want to see her chop up some monsters. Yeah. So, Something is Killing the Children by Boom Studios. I like it. And it brings us to the end of the video. Guys, please share this video. Please like my video. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section below. I see you next time.